Namaste my friends, and today I'm shooting a video from out of my kitchen, and I'm gonna show you today like what I usually cook in India, like regular meals. So I'm now gonna prepare for dinner. I'm gonna cook dinner for me and my husband, and our way of cooking is a little bit different from usual people, and most people might feel like that our food is a little bit boring or bland. So today I'm gonna prepare mixed dal with raki roti and salad. Now I'm gonna show you how I'm usually cooking here in India compared to like the Netherlands or Japan where I've lived before. And it's not much of a difference, but the only thing that I can say is like Indian food is absolutely amazing, and then I'm talking about the home style cooked meals. And I really started to pick up Indian cooking since I came to India, and I've learned so many dishes. I learned how to cook many different dishes, and it keeps on amazing me every day, like the variety of vegetarian dishes here. So what the Indian people usually mostly eat is like dal, like pulses to get the protein source, and rice or rotis. Normally we make the rotis from flour or regular flour, but due to our diet restrictions and our way of eating, we often make rotis made from raki. Raki is millet flour, so I make the roti from millet flour. And I've already started like making the dough, and it's fairly easy to make. So I had it rest for a few minutes. So now I'm gonna start making the small balls so I can roll the rotis. That is it. So what I usually use is like I use 2/3 of raki flour and then 1/3 of atta or whole grain flour. And I only mix it together with a little bit of warm water. And I don't use any extra things like salt or butter or ghee or anything. And I'm gonna show you that I'm gonna just make the raki on the tawa, nothing special. So, and for making the raki, I use tawa, the iron skillet that we use for making it. So I'm just gonna show you around like my usual cooking routine here in India. So let's start with the rotis. So I gotta make the small balls out of it. So usually I make around 8 chapatis or rotis. And the leftover, we usually give it to the local stray doggies here. So we keep a little bit for them though. Today I'm not gonna make so many though. These are the balls that we make, and then later on we can make the rotis.
What are you cooking for dinner?
I was thinking about making mixed dal and with dal tadka, and then just raki rotis like we usually eat.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Good. Nice.
I'm gonna put the mixed dal.
Wow.
Wow.
Dutch girl
Cooking
cooking Indian food.
Yeah, I gotta pick it up, you know. I'm living now in
Yeah,
India.
yeah. I know that. And
I'm always amazed by what kind of delicious dishes
Yeah.
you Indian people have. So
yeah, and I love your food. The way you cook, it's one of the most healthiest way you cook.
Yeah, but not many people might like it though, because they might say it's boring or bland, because we use very less oil. And the oil that we use is peanut oil that is organically pressed from a small shop in Mumbai.
Yeah.
And now salt, we don't use a lot of salt and spices because he's Indian, but he doesn't like super spicy food.
I eat super spicy food.
I said you don't like super spicy food.
Yes,
So,
yes, true,
and for
true.
me too, and it's also due to health issues we had in the past. So, and besides that, I was super obese like 8 years ago. And until now I've lost 50 kilos, almost 60 kilos, and I still have 10 kilos to go, so I really have to stay strict with what I'm eating. And I will certainly make another video about that, my weight loss journey, because that is an interesting one for people who are struggling to lose weight. And I found a way to lose that weight, and believe me, I have done a zillion kinds of different diets, so, but that is for another video. So I gotta roll the rotis.
I can say one thing.
Yes.
Your food is not bland, it's healthy, plus it's tasty also.
Tasty in our way, how we cook
Of
it.
course.
So now you're here in the kitchen, you can put this in the sink.
Oh, okay, sure, no problem.
can help.
Yeah, sure.
Right? You gotta give your husband tastes to keep them busy. So now I'm gonna preheat the tawa. Because the tawa needs to be super hot if you're gonna bake or cook the rotis. So water, now I'm gonna mix with the dal. So the mixed dal is a combination of different kind of pulses. And then here we have, behold, the all magic masala box. So this is what Indians usually use in India while they're cooking. The masala box is a small box that contains different kind of spices that you can easily have in reach when you're cooking. So I put a little bit of salt and a little bit of turmeric and garam masala. So now what I usually do is, like, all the masalas that I make are, I make them myself. I grind them myself. So, and I always feel like if you're making your own masalas, the taste is much better, and it's actually better than when you buy the instant masalas. And the instant masalas that you buy are usually always full of salt and maybe added sugar. So, and it's just a little bit, it's not that much of extra work actually to grind the spices together so you can make your own masala. Make sure it's dusted enough. So I'm basically rolling in all the directions that I can. So you really have to rub them well as two, or else you get like the powdered. So. Let's see, I hope it's not sticky. No, it's not. Yay. So I'm gonna roll it one more time. So now I gotta be careful because it's getting stuck again. So. And then you have your brown. So my dal is finished cooking, so I gotta wait for the pressure to release from the pressure cooker. So in the meantime, I'm still busy cooking my rotis that go very well. So we got number one. And there we go, the second one. And I'm always amazed, like in India, how long everyone is like preparing. It takes a lot of time, like home style cooking in India, don't you think?
Yeah.
If I see sometimes what mommy is cooking for us sometimes and how much time she's taking, like in the
Look at now it's almost baked properly.
So I'm now releasing the steam from the pressure cooker because I gotta check the dough if it's properly cooked or not. So you can see like I'm like kind of like feeling hottish here. Believe me, it is hot cooking home style Indian meals for your family. Yeah, I think it's properly cooked. So what I usually do with the dough is like usually I like to make a little bit of dal tadka. It's a little bit of oil that I fry with either curry leaves, garlic, or cumin seeds, jeera, that I add to the dough, and that gives it a little bit more of a good notch of flavor explosion for the dough. So I'm almost done with cooking the chapatis. And Anko, what are you doing here? Before making this video, we had to like give our cats food because they were absolutely meowing. Like you can see her, she's like, Anko, hi, you already had your dinner, right? That is my husband's job, feeding the cats in the evening, right?
Yeah.
Why are you hiding always?
No, I'm not hiding. Just I'm enjoying the aroma of your chapatis. It's nice aroma.
Right?
I'm feeling super hungry now.
Are you feeling hungry?
Yeah,
Good.
because of the aroma of the food.
Can you believe it that my husband is always asking me how to cook something? He's like, I don't know how to cook this. I don't know how to roll the chapatis.
So Indian guy is asking you from a Dutch girl how to cook the Indian chapatis, right?
First I had your mommy teaching me, but then I wanted to improve, and I just went onto internet, YouTube, or I just looked up some videos how different women are like rolling their chapatis, and it's just practice.
Yeah, your chapatis are almost round.
Almost, not
Yeah.
perfectly, but
Yeah.
so now it's time for picking the last one, and then I'm gonna show you how I'm making the dal tadka. So we gotta wait for a little bit. So the rotis are cooked, they're ready. So before I'm gonna make the tadka, I'm first gonna roast the papat. Sometimes we do eat this, but not every day. We usually keep the roll in our household like once a week. So, and again, for when I roast them, we don't fry them. We just roast them. And that means they just go on the fire without any oil or ghee. And I do always feel like that they taste much better if you roast them instead of frying. And it's healthier too. I always tend to push them a little bit on the tawa so that this gets evenly roasted. There's a big one. Ah, got it. So I'm turn them around. And my video is still on. Huh.
We don't eat papad daily, right?
No, so like what I said earlier, our rule is like once a week.
Only one papad.
Yeah, one or two, but no more than once a week. That is our golden rule in our household. As we're really striving to eat healthy and not too fatty. So now they're still a little bit floppy, but they will get hard once they're cooling down. So. Turn them around. So, and what I said earlier at the beginning of the video too, it's like we usually don't eat rice and rotis. It's either rotis or rice, because we both always feel like it's like too many carbs if you have rice and rotis. So today it's roti day, and then basically every other day we kind of like switched from rice to roti. So tomorrow it's gonna be rice day.
Red rice or a brown rice, not the white rice.
Yeah, we don't have white rice either. We only eat brown rice or red rice. So this one is... So our dinner is almost ready. So now I'm gonna make the dal tadka, the tadka. And we gotta wait until the oil is heating up. And usually today I make the tadka with curry leaves and cheese. So I always put them a little bit in the beginning for the oil is really like cooking, because or else it's gonna be really splatting up. As you can see, we don't use a lot of oil, just a little bit. Now I'm gonna add the curry leaves, and I basically wait until we get aromatic. They start crackling. And you can smell, like, I love the smell of like curry leaves. And it's actually the first time for me having like curry leaves, because we don't have these kind of herbs in the Netherlands. But it's really an Indian. I just usually keep on stirring to avoid that the oil is splattering. So now most of it is done, so I'm gonna turn off the fire. And I'm gonna add it to the dough. And be careful that it's not splitting up on your skin. You have to stir it. Oh, it smells so good. So dinner is almost ready. The last thing that we now need to do is add the coriander. And I'm always amazed with like the coriander here in India is absolutely not sharp or spicy at all. It's very aromatic and it gives a little bit of like a fresh flavor to the dishes. And now my husband is standing here, so why don't you go wash the salad?
Okay. Okay,
See,
boss.
I always give him directions.
Okay, boss.
That's right. So yeah, usually I'm the person who's mostly cooking, but my husband does cook too. And we actually divide our cooking chores. Usually my husband is always cooking on when he's working from home. And when he's away from work, then usually it's me cooking. And that is how we manage here our household, because it's also coming a little bit from my culture in the Netherlands, whereas the man is actually participating in the chores and cooking as well. It's not only the task of the wife. And the result of my home-cooked Indian meal. So we have the mixed dal with the tadka. These are the raki chapatis. And then the salad. So for the salad, basically, we don't add any salt or sugar or whatever. We just don't. We just eat it raw. And then today we have our puppet. So we're gonna enjoy our dinner. Now I'm always asking my husband like, how is the food? Because he's a very strict critic when it comes to my cooking. So how's the dal? Seriously?
Excellent.
Oh, come on, man.
Yeah. Seriously, it's very nice. It's tasty. Plus, I can say this is healthy because not too much salt, and we don't put any chilies. Just like
True.
normal traditional spices. Just like I think you put the
Turmeric and garam masala,
garam
jeera.
masala, jeera, and this curry leaves
Right.
and coriander.
Yes.
Right? Super tasty. Seriously, this is super tasty and super healthy.
Well, that is good for me to know that my Indian cooking is getting better and better.
Of course.
So I would say, well, enjoy your dinner, dear. So it's time for us to eat dinner, and so this is how we usually cook, and this is how we eat. And because my husband is a health professional, and for his job, yeah, he's also guiding clients on diet and nutrition. So, and we need to set a good example as well, and for me as well, because I'm still on my weight loss journey, and I'm thinking about doing a video about that too, like my long battle of weight loss. And I also want to talk into more details about the mind behind it and how I developed my own way of mindful eating that helped me in weight loss. So that will be coming up too sometime soon. And just in general, I just love cooking. And I also want to show viewers at home like you can easily cook yummy and healthy dishes with not many ingredients, but with the right amount of spices that is good for you and that is healthy for you. And also I also started getting into baking and stuff like Indian sweets, and instead of sugar using jaggery. So maybe I will make a video about that sometime soon. So we're gonna eat our dinner, and thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I see you next time.